Hello everyone and welcome back to Spooky AF. My name is Suz and I'm joined by my lovely and much more talented than me co-host Rob. Rob, how are you doing?
Damn, fucking straight away with the compliments. I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
I mean, I think what you've done to deserve it is the 99% of the work on the podcast.
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think so. This is a joint venture. This is a socialist podcast.
Oh, I love
Our
that.
podcast.
Our podcast. Now I'm thinking is it, oh god, now I'm thinking, are we also socialist AF? For sure.
I think anyone listening to this knows the answer to that already.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We hate capitalism. I need to ask you a quick question, which is, have you ever just sort of casually scrolled up on our Discord chat?
Yes. I do it before we record, just so I can ground
Get
myself in what I'm about to talk about.
Because for the listeners, I'm just going to go through a few of the most recent posts. Because we mainly use it, we use Discord to, that's the thing that calls each other so we can record, but we mainly use the chat function to send each other images of what we're talking about during the recording. And so the most recent ones are a picture of the ad for moon shoes in the 90s from Toys R Us.
Yep.
An illustration of Spring-Heeled Jack. The gay illustration of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Yep.
And then the horrible series of puppets from Peppermint Park. And then the Alaskan Oddities iceberg.
It's a lovely thing. My particular favorite one, if you scroll back up slightly further, it's a translation from English to Dutch. The English being "Spank me, Daddy," and then the Dutch being "Give me ein Clap, Papa."
Oh my god! And it's above that alien you talked about that was shy with the weird skin.
Yeah. The Virginia UFO.
Oh, and I forgot about the Bigfoot that drags its toes over the top of the carriage.
Yeah, the freaky little freak there.
Yeah. Oh god,
we have sent some strange things that I think when the time comes and they review our chat, they're gonna be like, "This is the point that they dropped off."
I did want to ask Rob, what episode are we on?
We are going to be on episode 80.
Fuck off.
Yep. I wish I was lying. No, but we have recorded 80 full episodes.
Oh my god, that is actually kind of mental.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's way wild. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we're in deep now at this point. We have we've a catalog of episodes now.
We do, and we have listeners, regular listeners, not just Lisa from the Beer Ladies pod. Although, if it were just Lisa, we'd still be doing this.
No, 100%. Absolutely. There's a universe out there where that is the case.
Oh yeah, and I'm totally happy to do that.
Yeah. Just directing all of our conversations towards her.
Well, it'd be funny if we were having conversations as if she were in the room and then we'd pause to let her contribute and that she's not on the call. Lisa's this shared hallucination we both have.
Oh, it writes itself, really.
It does. You can't do it. I also made the mistake of accidentally scrolling up on our Telegram chat.
Don't do that.
And but I have to tell you, I have been listening on repeat in my head to the Ave Maria techno remix you have sent me.
Look, I just took it as it's proof that the dead internet theory is not entirely alive.
No, there's there are a few things that are keeping me hopeful in these very dark times. And one of them is the Ave Maria techno remix.
I was just scrolling through YouTube last night and I saw that and I was just like, oh my, this is...
I like the ones that I said, I like that my algorithm throws me up absolutely batshit mental ASMR videos where it's the one that's ASMR, I beat the shit out of you or something. That guy who's just punching the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the one I sent you that was ASMR yaoi boyfriend, it beats you with a lead pipe or something to sleep. I know. Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the internet can be okay. We need to go back.
Yeah,
Because those give me early internet vibes. Like that was that. I mean, for our younger listeners who weren't kind of around the early YouTube, the early internet in general, like that, it was very much. I mean, there was some dark shit going on. Don't get me wrong. We all ended up in chat rooms we shouldn't have, but there was like a purity and like surrealism to the randomness and just like doing things for the laugh and the bit that I feel we've sort of lost.
there was an innocence to it, for sure.
For sure, we were all just like badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
We were, and then Harambe got killed. And that really kind of ended it.
Was that the last day that we all like laughed our tits off at Potter Puppet Pals?
Yeah, 100%, because it kind of it dropped off at that point, and it's not recovered.
It's not. I mean, when's the last time you watched a music video that had like the Vivo, mark on it?
Oh God, I haven't even thought of that in years.
Yeah. Somebody brought that up in a video, and I was like, oh my God, that's a deep memory.
Yeah, maybe some things should be left in the past, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of things that should be left in the past, I am so sick of hearing that Zara Larsson song, Midnight Sun.
I don't know what that is, so...
Okay, so she is I believe she's Swedish. Yeah. So she's a Swedish pop star, but her whole more recent thing is like she's very kind of Y2K coded, which is obviously very popular right now with all the like low-rise jeans and all that nonsense. But the video, okay, I find the song annoying. No offense to those who like it. It's no shade. I just don't like it. And then the video is all very supposed to be reminiscent of like Y2K girlhood, kind of that Fruta Guerrero, wearing too many bracelets, that kind of thing. And every time I watch it, I just get sad because that girl is 28 years old in the year of our Lord 2026. So she barely had a pulse when those things were in fashion.
Oh God, yeah. I'm glad that you've just painted that there for me. That's
it.
Look, this is the timeline we're in. We gotta roll with it.
Yeah. Update. Saw the Backrooms.
Oh, how was it?
I went to the IFI, which was great and super cheap, and they were lovely. Yeah. And it was just fab, and they clearly soundscaped it, so it was actually like tuned to the room.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was great. It did make the film 100 times scarier.
Good.
It is a deeply unsettling film. It's not like that jump scare horror for them. Like there's like one moment of that really, but it like the impending uncanny dread over everything is it's good. I highly recommend.
Okay. I'm even more excited to check it out now.
It has enough of what you know about it from the internet, and it references things, but it is very much definitely an original story within it. And I loved it because it takes place in 1990.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It takes place in June 1990, which is the year of my birth.
Okay, amazing. So
there you go.
This is all good to know. I was not aware of this.
Oh yeah, so there's just like great 90s fashion kicking about as well.
Oh, love it.
But I will say, and I would love for you to see it and we can talk about it, but I think my favorite thing about it, and this isn't spoiling anything, is that every shot, even if you aren't in the back rooms, is liminal. Every single shot.
Really?
Yeah, but not in a way that's screaming it, but in a real, nuanced way. But it takes you a minute to realize why you're kind of both comforted and unsettled. And then you realize you're like, oh, that just looks like a picture you would scroll upon when you're reading Backrooms lore.
Okay. Interesting. I'm even more intrigued now. So, yeah, definitely gonna have to give that a watch.
So, and for I don't think this is our audience, but like for those of you who aren't really into horror films, my husband also enjoyed it. He is, as we have said many times, he is not a horror fan, and he actually thought it was really good.
That's good to know. So, I can assure you, my wife will not watch that.
Oh no, she won't even give it a go, and I love that for her.
Yeah, she's set in her ways. She knows what she's about.
Yeah. Well, it's because she has such a low center of gravity. She's like rooted.
That I'm gonna use that.
She can't be moved.
No.
That's what I think. So Also, I know I warned you about it, but dear readers, if you hear sirens in the background that don't get edited out or whatever, it's because I live near where the EU presidency is kind of like kicking off and where they're having most of the meetings, which is in Dublin Castle, if anybody's interested. Because like the whole area around here, which is in the center of town, it's a big area, is just an absolute mess. Like it is. Like there are just so many guards and barricades and Dubliners getting into like verbal arguments with police while Zelensky goes by in a like a blacked out SUV. It's just
that sounds about right.
Yeah. So I basically it's making it the town insane. It's making me insane. And every time I get on the news, or not, every time I read the news, I haven't gotten on the news. This isn't like Florida woman. But yeah, so I'm good to jump in. Are you okay to jump in?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Skippers come back, though. I am so blessed by the fact that we've gotten a comment saying that our ramblings at the beginning are the best part.
It made me feel better about it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like validated now.
Oh, and you're in luck if you were gonna turn it off now for some reason. This is gonna have like a decent rambling session because I've set this up for us to have a larger conversation about the topic, like freeform. So this is yeah, okay. So I originally got the idea from, do you know the YouTube channel Found Footage Fest?
I think so, maybe.
There's a few of them that do something similar, but they just like collect old VHSs from like places. People send them in. I think they go to boot sales, all that stuff. I think they're like situated in North America.
Okay.
But so they've got the one that keeps getting pushed by the algorithm for me and multiple of my friends for some weird reason is highlights from, I think it's like the 1998 Bowel Convention.
Okay.
And it's just like a VHS clip of somebody who videotaped this conference about bowel health and things that I don't know why that one's getting, but yeah. They've also got a lot of like it's mainly kind of 80s and 90s, the peak of VHS culture.
Okay, interesting.
Where, well, like periods where it was more common for a household to have a camera.
No, for sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you get a lot of, there's like some really weird like video dating ones that they've found.
Oh, love
which is fun, I know. And then, but like they have all kinds of stuff. Well, I saw one that popped up that, this is gonna tell you like the quality of this episode. I didn't watch, but I just read the title. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the bandwidth, the mental bandwidth. I couldn't do it. It was an interview with people who claim to channel aliens and or extraterrestrial beings.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So that like put the germ in my mind, right?
Okay.
And then I got really, really busy at work and everything fell apart at home and things. Don't worry, my family's fine. But it's been stressful and I'm tired and I'm old. So I am both chopped and unk. However, so I do want to do a quick disclaimer. If you believe in like aliens as part of your religion or belief system or your spirituality, like go wild. I am not making fun of you at all. I just find like the context around some of this to be fascinating and hilarious and sometimes problematic, which we will talk about. So this isn't like a call out or a burn being like, oh, these people suck, boo, like stupid. It's just like really foreign to me and I find it fascinating. And I know, Rob, this is your alley. This is your cup of tea.
Yeah, we're in my wheelhouse now.
And it was so disparate from all the shit going on in the news, right?
Yep.
But on my daily doom scroll of the Associated Press and PBS News, I saw an article that a Harvard professor with polarizing alien theories has been selected to lead a new White House UFO council. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's time. I was like, what is it? Is it Rafiki and The Lion King? The king has returned. I was like, it's time.
I just love that we're getting a Suz UFO episode.
Yeah. And it's gonna get kind of specific and then we'll broaden back out.
Okay.
So I was like, well, this UFO council is definitely not a misdirect away from like everything else going on in the American government, but
nope,
whatever.
Absolutely not.
So, absolutely not. They would never do that.
No.
They've never had a history of doing that. So I thought, let's just do a wander around the interwebs, and I just want to do a very broad search and see where it takes me for things about channeling aliens. because I feel like I know a fair bit about the discourse around channeling spirits of the dead, demons, angels, seances, even people saying they can like channel Jesus and God and all that good stuff, like all the paranormal, that branch of that family. I think I know a lot of stories and I know a lot of the discourse around it, but I don't know almost anything about the alien side of this.
Oh, Suze, you are about to go down a rabbit hole that I don't know if you're ready for, because I
went down the rabbit hole and then went down a little bit more. Oh God, okay, I'm so glad, because so you may be able to tell more about this than I am, but as you know, I'm usually a citation bitch, but I know a lot less about this, and I didn't have a lot of time to research. And I just need y'all to cut me some fucking slack, okay? Just like, this is a Suze episode, you know what you're getting.
Suze, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think you need to cite anything on an episode about channeling aliens.
So my sources are pretty wide-ranging and weird, but I do want to mention some of them. And they're weird. Are you ready?
Oh,
LinkedIn.
Please. Oh, you're off to an absolute banger.
Amazon.
Oh, yes.
Some classics, Reddit, Wikipedia.
Yep.
Goodreads.
Good.
The Cosmic Knowledge Portal of the Galactic Federation of Light website.
We're gonna come back to that.
Okay. I actually learned a bit from a Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden YouTube video that they did. That wasn't even about this, but they ended up talking about it. I was like, oh, that's actually relevant. Also a Funky Frogbait YouTube video. They are a precious non-binary creator, and I love them. And a New York Quaker website.
This is just delightful. This is just brilliant.
I feel like I'm in that episode of South Park where they discover that Family Guy episodes are made by manatees just like randomly selecting ping pong balls that have like themes written on them. And I don't know why I very specifically thought of that, but that's how I feel. So in order to keep this thing from getting crazy in scope, I'm actually going to focus most of my part on a being and or group, we'll get into it, called Ashtar Sheran.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you said this.
Okay, you have to tell me where I get things wrong, okay? Because I'm coming into this, like, corpse cold.
There's literally nothing you can get it wrong about this, because it's as batshit insane as you think it is.
Yeah. There were moments where I was like, oh, this is insane. And then I have to like get into it more. And then I go, no, I have to pull back for both the scope of the podcast episode and my mental health.
Yeah. Oh, you really do. Like it kind of, and you probably maybe mentioned it at some point, but it does kind of wade into the whole like Heaven's Gate thing as well. Like it's.
Oh yeah. Oh, also Theosophy and just so star seeds, which we'll get into.
Yep. And they're always weirdly close to Nazism as well. Like they're literally like just a hair away from.
Thank you. We're gonna get into it. Okay. We're gonna get, content warning, like, there is going to be mention of, like, how some of this discourse, again, not all of this is your thing, go for it, some of it, like, draws on a lot of, like, white supremacy kind of narratives.
It does.
And imagery.
Mm-hmm.
So, shall I get going?
Please do. Please.
Okay. So, we're gonna start grounded. We're gonna start at Wikipedia. So, okay. Ashtar Sheran, usually just named Ashtar, has been claimed to have been channeled by many people. The first of which was famous UFO contactee George Van Tassel.
Yep.
I had no knowledge of George Van Tassel. None.
Yeah, he's an interesting person.
I'm pretty sure we could do a whole ass series of episodes on this dude.
Oh, we absolutely could. Like 100%, we absolutely could.
Well, like, I did the thing where I clicked onto his Wikipedia page to learn more about him, and as I got further down it, I was like, no, I can't talk about all this, because it's just gonna have no narrative whatsoever. Like, I have to know about.
Yeah, no, like, what, isn't it? He was making some. Maybe you're gonna talk about it, but he.
I am gonna. Yes, nope. Don't talk about it. I'm gonna get into it.
Excellent.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
So.
Oh God, I'm really showing a part to me that I shouldn't be. Like, I shouldn't have this knowledge just straight off the bat. Like.
Rob, at the beginning of the seance one, it was the ectoplasm one, I was like, I know so much. I was like so like chomping at the bit to talk about ectoplasm. It's fine. Like, people who are sticking around at episode 80 know who we are.
This is true. This is known.
Especially our friend in Tasmania. Hello, how are you? George Van Tassel claimed to have received a message from Ashtar, an extraterrestrial being, in 1952, which he shared with his pretty significant medium/meditation group that he ran.
Yep.
So, in the preceding decades, dozens more people claimed to have received messages from Ashtar, mainly kind of starting from that particular group that he ran, most agreeing that there were alien civilizations flourishing on other planets, that some of them were, imminently coming to Earth, and which was obviously met with a lot of criticism when that kept not happening. Like, it's very rapture coded.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they have to keep... I listened to a whole Religion for Breakfast episode on why do religious organizations and or cults and or groups, how do they stay together after a failed rapture or apocalypse? And it was really interesting.
That is actually fascinating.
Like, how do they... Yeah, and one of the things that they say is they always either defer it or they make it an internal revolution or apocalypse. Like, there was one in Japan, I think, and he was like, I took the great tsunami that was supposed to happen. I experienced it in my own soul or something. Like, it's really interesting how they keep a coherent theology.
Yep.
Anyway, there were a lot of conflicting messages, like, Ashtar said to do this, and people are like, no, he didn't, he said to do that. And this is where, like, things are going to get weird. I mean, not that they're not already, but it's like the increase in popularization of Ashtar has been discussed in dialogues around UFO religions, which includes movements like Heaven's Gate, but also other ones that are just generally quite, dip into, like, would overlap with New Age or spiritualism and things like that. And we'll get into... Oh, there was one I found... There's even some that have directly incorporated Ashtar into their belief systems, including the Czech universe people.
The universe people, yeah.
Yeah. Again, a page I clicked on and thought, nope, can't get into that. Too much.
No,
too much there.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So it's in the context of these religions that you also start hearing terms like ascended masters.
Yep.
Which we'll get a bit into. There are some theosophy teachings. There's a lot of like incorporating a figure like Ashtar into almost a pantheon of like, that would include Jesus and the Buddha and Hare Krishna, like it would just include a bunch like others being like, oh, they're all like a pantheon of enlightened people.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
prophets,
sure, yeah. Yeah, and then Scientology is just an absolute bastardization of that thing.
Rob, we cannot get into Scientology. Look, Gen Z is speed running them. It's like we have to let them do their thing.
It's fine.
So
they're just the other alien religion that we just don't talk about.
Also, because we don't want to be sued.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes. Oh God. We're kidding. Everything's a joke. So let's get back to Ashtar. So Van Tassel claimed that Ashtar and Jesus were kind of both like evolutionary progressions that all humans have the power to tap into. He called it the universal mind of God. Mm-hmm. So he claimed that, and to me, this is wild that it's happening in like the 40s and 50s.
Oh yeah.
Which I know historically that is when like a lot of New Age spirituality was kicking up, but in my mind, I'm just thinking of like I came back from the war, buy a house and I got a wife and I don't like her. Like that is what I think of.
That's absolutely fair, but I suppose like when you look at the 20s and 30s, you've the likes of like Aleister Crowley and things like that knocking around, who was a big like UFO head, believed in a lot of stuff going on, and like Jack Parsons and stuff like that as well. Oh
yeah. Have you noticed that Aleister Crowley is kind of the elephant in the room on this podcast? Neither one of us have really touched that one.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because like there's been so many episodes that I've been like, this is going to be the one that I do something about Aleister Crowley, and
Me too.
Like I already felt bad talking about H.P. Lovecraft. Like,
oh, I know.
I don't think I can wade into Aleister Crowley just yet.
Well, because even back in the day, I was like, no, I can do Aleister Crowley. I already did the one, like, I did the one early where, they took the demons to court. Like,
True.
I can do anything.
True.
And then I started, and anytime I start to sit down and, like, write, I'm just like, on Aleister Crowley, I'm like, I can't do this. So
you're right, though. He's basically like the boogeyman of this podcast.
yeah, it's like him and the Enfield Haunting.
Yes, absolutely, and
yeah,
there's a few others in there as well. But
yeah.
There
are a few white whales that we just can't do yet. So
yeah.
Van Tassel claimed that on the day that this happened, he was awoken in the middle of the night around 2 a.m. by a being from Venus named Solgonda.
I mean, look, as Venus names go, that tracks.
Rob, what the fuck was that statement? As Venus names go, that tracks.
I mean, look, if you think of like a 50s B movie, like, and someone says they're from Venus, to me, I'm like, yeah, fair enough. If that's your name, that tracks. It's a very like Venus name, Venus coded.
It's very Venus coded. Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong.
So they said that. I can't, Rob. You can't disprove that. I don't know. You can't. Like, it's not a negative, but it's certainly not a positive. So Solgonda was wearing a gray bodysuit, which was just like always the uniform of choice.
Yep.
With these, like, they never come down in like the most chic, 1950s Dior coated skirt or something.
No, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that spacesuits that were being made for the Gemini program at that point were, all silver metallic-y grey bodysuits.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm sure it has nothing to do with that.
No. They were definitely not building the atom punk plane while they were flying it.
No, definitely not.
So the aliens spoke impeccable English. Naturally, they always do, or whatever language the individual speaks. And what was a lot of those in the know would say, he epitomized the Nordic type of alien.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Nordics.
So, Rob, will you go over kind of the what I've encountered mostly, like the three categories of alien? There's the Greys, the Nordics, and the Lizard.
You're really doing me dirty with this.
Rob, I need you to say these things. I can't have evidence that I have said them. So, take it away.
Oh, you are doing me dirty, and I appreciate that because look, we all know what I am at this point, so
we're each other's paranormal accountability buddy.
Yeah. So the Greys, for anyone that's unaware, they're like the gray-skinned, sometimes green-skinned humanoids. They're kind of around like 3 feet tall. They're like hairless, large heads, kind of black almond-shaped eyes. The kind of classic alien.
If you had a Lisa Frank aliens like folder in 1997, it's that.
Yeah, and they've been kind of like the predominant extraterrestrial beings kind of since the 60s, I want to say. They can also like allegedly communicate telepathically and all that sort of stuff. So they're called the Greys. Then we have the Nordic aliens, or the Nordic people, also sometimes known as the Tall Whites. Your husband.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That you are not that much shorter than him, I will let you know. Rob is I hate to put him on blast, but Rob is a white man. Rob is a tall white man.
God, it really put me down there. Yeah. So they're basically like they're called Nordic aliens because they kind of have superficial, I suppose, similarities to like Germanic or Scandinavian humans. But they're usually around kind of like 7 feet tall. That's kind of their main difference.
They're like if you saw a human that tall, you would think they had like a pituitary issue.
Yeah, for sure. And like all of them have like straight blonde hair, blue eyes, and fair skin. Like that's the one kind of like big adamant thing that they all have. And the Nazis love them. I
was like, Ed, why is that problematic, Rob?
Yeah, the Nazis loved them. They literally like searched for like Aryan aliens, which we're not getting into. Absolutely not.
No.
No. And then we have the reptilians,
but,
which we've talked about before. I don't need to go back through the reptilians again, but
they're under the Denver airport.
True, or they're with Lacerta in Scandinavia. Don't forget about her.
True. Or they're, if you're a Doctor Who fan, they are running the Welsh government.
True. They're also in Antarctica at the entrance of the Hollow Earth.
Oh yeah, they're at Agartha,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. So.
Oh my God, Rob, we have to cut the last like 25 seconds of this. The fact that we have this knowledge is upsetting.
Like, there are more alien species.
Yeah.
But I really don't know, like, how much further you want me to go down this. The current favorite ones out there at the moment that everyone is talking about are the mantis beings.
Oh, I have been seeing stuff about that. It's the first time I came across a dude who was like, "Yeah, we have an indigenous Earth has an indigenous like insect species. They're the mantis people living it down in Agartha." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So like the mantis beings are like basically it's a praying mantis, but like a giant one.
Do you know that's a plot in episode 4, season 1 of Buffy?
No way, really?
Yeah, it's called Teacher's Pet,
Yeah.
and it turns out that like the villain of the episode is a substitute teacher in science class who is like sending out pheromones to attract the boys, and so she attracts like Xander, and she like tries to kidnap him and like behead him as part of her like they're like the way mantises have sex.
Yeah.
And Buffy has to come in and like hack her apart with a machete.
Wow, that is wild.
It's a good episode. Yeah, it's got some good stuff.
Yeah, the whole thing about the mantis is that they're basically like science nerds. They do like experiments on people and telepathy and all that sort of stuff. They're basically big nerds, and they're allegedly from the Orion constellation, if anyone is interested.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I always feel that the Greys are associated with, they're the ones that often get brought up in terms of like people who claim to have been taken by aliens and like had like horrible medical experimentation or whatever done to them. It's usually by Greys. Whereas I feel like a lot of the narratives around the Nordic peoples is very much like, and which we will get into when I get back on the story, which is very much more, oh, they're here to help us, achieve their level of perfection, which you're like, oh God, it's white and blue-eyed and blonde and cisgendered and like it's just all the things.
Yeah, there's kind of a theory out there that the Nordic like race are like humans from, they're like a more advanced civilization of humans basically that are like 1,000 years more advanced than we are, and they've like basically like come here to help us.
Oh, well, yeah, because they're the ones that get brought up on Ancient Aliens.
They do, yeah. They're the kind of ones that are there to like help us, and then the Greys are allegedly this kind of more like malevolent group, and then the mantis beings are kind of just there along with the reptilians, kind of just vibing.
Have you heard about the sloth people of Agartha?
I feel like you know the answer to this.
I was kind of delighted by that because I've always wanted to be hugged by a sloth.
I mean, yeah, that would be lovely.
They seem. I watched a video on repeat the other day because I was so stressed out, and it was just a baby sloth getting a bath. And it was like it had to hug its emotional support like stuffed animal.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, and they were like, they have to put special medicine on her because she's got a little bit of mange. And I was like, I could take care of her. Then you start Googling like, is it legal to own a sloth as a pet in Ireland? And then you have to go to bed.
That's fair. It's a sad time that you can't, I think, but it's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I think going back to the Nordics, I think, which we'll get into more things that I know about them and how they fit in with the story, but obviously one of the main issues is that they are representative of, like you said, this perfected humanoid race that is, all white and is like all very normative. Like the women are incredibly, European level or like tradition of beauty, conceptions of beauty. They're like big bosomed and small waist and curvy hips, and the men are all like bronzed Adonises. In fact, Van Tassel actually noted, he was like, look, Soganda was 700 years old but looked 28, and he was very tan.
Because he's from Venus.
God damn it. You're right. You're fucking right.
It's sunny.
They ain't got factors strong enough for Venus level heat.
I actually discovered today that a year on Venus is actually shorter than a day. Just let that sink in.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it had to sink in even more in my very like arts, humanities, social science brain than it would in someone normal.
Venus rotates around the sun faster than it actually rotates itself, basically.
Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, just to let you know, if you decide to do a PhD in a subject, regardless, it could be AHSS, it could be STEM, it could be whatever, your brain will push out other basic knowledge that most human beings just have in their head because they attended education. So there are basic things about math and science that I just flat out don't remember.
I feel like I could maybe do my PhD in some sort of like paranormal research.
I mean, we were talking before we started recording about the future of universities being like, I got my major was in comedy podcasting, and my minor was in like long form YouTube video essays sponsored by Bombas Socks.
yeah. My master's thesis was actually on channeling UFOs.
And I could only do that thanks to HelloFresh.
Thanks to Headspace.
Thanks to Headspace. Oh god. So yeah, bronzed hottie up in Van Tassel's room. So Solganda, and this is what you were referring to, or at least it must be, earlier, apparently told him the equation for an anti-gravity time machine that would allow age reversal, anti-gravity, and time travel.
What was it called, Suz?
I don't know, Rob.
The Integratron.
The Integratron! I didn't want to say it first. Also, oh god, I didn't write it in my notes. What was the equation? It was like, it was resonance, right?
Yeah.
Resonance times something over time, like 1 over time or something.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
There was like a... Yeah, no, I saw the equation, and I was like, I could make my husband's head explode with this, because he was a physicist. So. Okay, so he started building the Integratron, which to me just sounds like Randy's weed farm in South Park. Integrity. Like, integrity. So that's what I'm going to call it from now on, integrity. So most of the messages people receive from Ashtar thus far has been apocalyptic, but also informative, like trying to help, but also warning. I mean, did Ashtar, author revelations? I'm just asking questions. I don't know.
That's where the podcast has gone. Is saying, I'm just asking questions.
Just asking questions. So people frequently claim to channel him through telepathic communication, sometimes aided by advanced technology that aims to shift the individual's vibration, which I'm like, shift vibrations, free electricity, the Alaskan Black Pyramid. I'm just asking questions.
I mean, that is linked with UFOs, so you might be onto something here.
Yeah, I connected the two dots. So, beyond just random messages, the contactees started to talk about an Ashtar command.
Okay.
They also started to become an Ashtar command, which we will talk about. So, do you know about this development?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm familiar.
I got way too into the in-group politics and schisms that happened in the 1960s in that Van Tassel group.
See, this is the shit that always happens with these groups. Like, they get set up and then they start infighting and then they ruin it for everyone.
Oh yeah, because they say things like, no, it's not literally the body of Ashtar that we're eating. It's no, good deeds don't matter to Ashtar. It's the faith you have in him.
No, trust me. Ashtar's fine with this. It's cool. Don't worry.
Yeah, he told me. No, he told me. So they talk about an Ashtar command. So Ashtar, it is decided that is actually not just an individual. It is a galactic law enforcement agency. Mm-hmm. That is bent on helping humanity.
Yeah.
My first thought was ACAC. All cops are Ashtar Command. And then I was like, oh no, why was that my first thought?
I feel like this stuff really, really inspired Gene Roddenberry to like the whole kind of like Federation and all that sort of stuff.
Do you know who else it inspired?
Oh, who?
So the creators of Rick and Morty, but in specifically the spin out, like the other series, Solar Opposites.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I guess you'd call it the B line story, because like the A line stories are always with the alien family, typically on Earth. There's a B line. Oh, sorry, no. So the B line story is the humans that the teenage alien boy Yumulak has shrunk and put into a wall terrarium. That's always the B plot. Like what revolution's going on with the shrunk humans, and then the C plot is about their neighbor that they get pissed at and then launch into space, and then he gets contacted while he's in space. He gets saved by an organization called the Silver Cops, and I think that so it's the C plot of Solar Opposites.
Amazing.
So if you haven't watched Solar Opposites, it is I think it's a hidden gem. It's very funny.
Okay.
And it's not. It doesn't have the. Do you know how occasionally, like, I love Rick and Morty, but like there are occasions when you watch Rick and Morty, you're like, oh, that was a really depressing episode, and I didn't need that in my life.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, like it's the one where you're like, oh wow, like the void of nihilism is staring at me, and I'm upset now. Whereas Solar Opposites is just good times. Like there's none of that seriousness to it.
Okay, well that's good.
So I highly recommend.
That is a list then.
Yeah. And like I said, there's a whole C plot about a random guy they shoot into space.
I mean, to be fair, I'm all there for that.
Oh, and when I say like the plots of these, like the wall, everything, they have no connection to each other like ever again.
Good.
They are like standalone.
Of course.
And it's brilliant. So, all cops are Ashtar Command. Okay, so one woman named Eloise Muller predicted that the fleet would arrive in the near future, and a woman named Adelaide J. Brown provided details on the alien civilizations who were kind of flourishing out and about. Just as an example, so after Fantasma's groups started to dissipate or diffuse or kind of spread out to other spiritualist, new age, alien-friendly spaces, Ashtar Command began to be incorporated into the spiritualist movement writ large, with Ashtar being often considered an ascended master role. That can also be, like I said, played by other major religious figures, sometimes in different belief systems. But then, oh god, I found a list on a different wiki, and it had a whole god list associated as part of the Ashtar Command, and I was like, holy shit, I have hit the mega gold pot. This is amazing, because they had things like, there was a god that was called like Hell Bomb.
Oh, of course.
Or no, well, it had like an alien name, and then like it was like it was something like Rhiannix, the Hell Bomb, and I thought, that is what I want my title to be. I know in the very first episode we said I was the King of Hell, but I actually want to be the Hell Bomb.
I'm here for this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, and it had one so it had, a name like Vrillion, and it was like the trickster god, kind of like a Loki figure, and then there were other ones, but then I was so sad when I realized that it was like an in-canon wiki, kind of like a fanfic thing, and I thought, this is why I love fanfic, because it is you can do anything with it. There is everything you need out there in fanfic. And then B, I am sad I can't talk about this with the level of semi-seriousness, or at least relevance to the main plot.
Yeah. God, that's a shame. I'm sad that didn't actually happen.
Yeah. I was also sad. So then I don't even have to ask, but do you know about the 1971 British radio talk show that was just for UFO chat?
Oh, yeah.
That got a call in that claimed to be from space?
Yeah, wasn't it Vrillon? Wasn't that the name?
Yep. Yes. So Vrillon in this wiki was the trickster god. So
Classic.
I think this is legit.
Yeah.
Yep. So if you don't know, some listeners at this time were convinced that the call-in was genuine. However, it turned out to be a prelude for the larger 1977 Southern television broadcast interruption, where a voice claimed to be of the Ashtar Galactic Command. In this incident, the voice took over a TV transmitter in southern England. It said that humans should abandon all weapons and get on and achieve world peace so that all of us could achieve a higher state of evolution.
I mean, that's a noble message. Maybe the last bit is a bit, but the rest of it's pretty good.
I'm actually, so I don't know if we've talked about this before. We may have, but like I'm fascinated and like I find very creepy the few instances we have of those television interruptions, like the
Max Headroom.
Max Headroom? Yeah. Like, I always found that compelling and also terrifying and weird and all this stuff. So I love, because to me, for example, when I watched The Last of Us, the scariest part to me is the part where it's the smaller things. It's like, so one of the things being is the part where the girl is on the couch and she wakes up and there's just that like government message on the television.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like that did more for me than like, you know, the clickers coming into the room.
Yeah, well,
you
it's
know?
the suggested horror is what's the spookier thing about it, you know.
Well, yeah, because it's like what they say about if you want to show the horrors of war, you don't show someone getting blown up. You show like a burnt child's sock on the path.
Yeah, it's like the whole like
kind of thing.
Don't show the monster thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I always found that creepy, but I do like it is kind of fluffier. It's quite nice. It's not really apocalyptic. It's more like, hey, humans, take your shit, put it in the backpack, take it to the shit store. Yeah. Like you don't have to be doing this, which I feel like I say in my head to so many people so many times. I'm just like, you don't have to be doing this.
Yeah, my current favorite one with a lot of people is why are you the way you are? Yeah,
God. Like, who hurt you? Like, did your Furby hurt you? Like, is this why you're like this? But the good times of this weren't for long. So a woman named Yvonne Cole claimed to channel Ashtar in 1986 and stated that confidently that there would be a total apocalypse of Earth thanks to the arrival of various alien peoples that would occur in 1994.
Yes, unfortunately, that did not happen.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
I don't remember much of it.
Season 2, the X-Files was out. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was before Clinton's Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunities Act passed Congress. So, it like, welfare wasn't decimated completely yet, so...
Good. That's fair.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on around this time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they did come here,
sure. Anyway.
and we just haven't realized it yet.
No, if they came here and they're fucking neoliberals, then I give up.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we are living in the apocalypse.
No, then it needs to be faster.
Fair. That's fair.
They're taking way too long. Yeah. It's been... Do you know how long it's been since 1994? More time than I'd like to
years.
think. Oh my God, you're so right.
It's been 20 years since the 80s.
Oh, wait. No. It can't be 10 years because Rob, I cannot be 14 again.
Okay, we'll just move on then.
I'm just a teenage warthog, baby. That was my whole life. I can't do this. I can't do it again.
No.
I can't have that haircut again. Oh God. And I'm saying someone who like has no hair now.
See, I have a mullet. Like I can't.
You look great with the mullet.
I can't say anything.
Yeah. We're two weirdos, but you look great with that mullet. I like it.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't, the only thing that I think bordered with your old haircut, you also suited it, but it was like, if you put on a white shirt with braces, you had to be in Mumford & Sons.
Jesus Christ. I had that haircut for years, and that has only just occurred to me now.
Yeah, but you never wore, like, it didn't work without the outfit. Like, you wouldn't have thought of it, but I did have that thought once where I was like, he looks like Stomp Clap Hay. Is that the end of the friendship?
I looked like the sound of indie folk music.
You looked like the sound of like, hello little lion man.
That's a banger as well.
Like, it is a banger. And also, like, you look like you could pour me a delicious microbrew.
Well, yes. To be fair, I just look like a coffee wanker. And I am one. So it kind of did track, so.
Well, Rob, we're both coffee wankers.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I know what I am. It's fine.
Yeah, but we're at different ends of the spectrum though. Like, you're actually like a posh, classy into the like making it taste good, and I'm like a working class clanger of a person who's like, I want it black and bitter and burnt.
I've come out the other side of that kind of that kind of like pyramid of satisfaction, where, you know, the way you're at the peak and you're like, no, I care about all of these things, and then you come down the other side and you're like, I just like coffee. That's kind of where I'm at now, where I don't care as much. I just like coffee. Actually, because the weather has been nice recently, I've been drinking a lot of iced coffee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, bitch.
But I've been lashing some coconut milk into it instead. Because I usually just drink my coffee black, but an iced coffee with coconut milk, it hits different.
Rob, I was unaware you were in your pink Pilates princess era. So, like, I guess that's what it is.
I won't
now.
apologize that my beverage tastes like holidays.
I'm gonna see you in a matching, like, athletic set. You're gonna be... Your job is being beautiful, drinking iced coffee, and going to Pilates.
That's right, Suze. Thank you very much. I feel seen.
Okay, sorry. Okay, we're back. 1994. Obviously, the world didn't end, or if it did, why weren't we on that timeline? Jesus, this has all gone on too long. But, so, part of her apocalyptic vision was that she's claimed that Ashtar told her that world governments were working together to sensitize the populace so that when aliens landed, they'd be kind of fine with it.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Or at least they wouldn't be.
That's a whole thing still with the like the trickling disclosure movement, where people are like, the government is like slowly releasing information about UFOs and like upping the kind of like media around UFOs and things like that, and then films coming out. Like, perfect example is Disclosure Day, which has just come out by Spielberg. A lot of people talk that it basically like desensitizes the populace to the idea of aliens existing, so that when it is announced eventually, society doesn't collapse effectively.
Well, I literally have written in my notes, ask Rob, is this the plot of Disclosure Day? Like, I'm staring at it on my screen right now. So, there's that.
Well, there you go. So, yeah, it's basically the disclosure movement. That's where people are now, where they're talking about how, even with like the congressional hearings last year that took place with David Grush and things like that, and others, that it's these people are being selected by government to make these statements in public to slowly bring people around to the idea of it, so that when it does happen, things like organized religion and government and things won't collapse, because people are just so used to the idea of aliens existing at that point that when it is basically confirmed, there'll be an initial freak out, but then it's like, all right, well, we kind of knew this anyway. So
but that's the I kind of always want to push back on that, because I think that has the way that society is set up in the 20th and 21st centuries. I feel like that's happening all the time with so many things. It's like, imagine being told about, I don't know, even say something like the Twin Towers in 1950, you know? Like, it would really destabilize a lot of shit, whereas, like, I mean, it did destabilize it, but I mean, in terms of popular, like, people who were not in New York City, you know, people who were not in the countries that then were, you know, bombed and things, but like the general global populace was just like, I guess that's just a thing that happened that we know now. And I think in similar, it's like there was all this fanfare about, like, and I hate to bring up the Epstein files, but it's one of those things where you're like, people are like, well, I guess, like, at the end of the day, like, I still have to go to work. And it's just one of the things where you're like, well, yeah, I guess it makes sense that all of these, like, wealthy billionaires, like, allegedly were, you know, on an island, a pedophile island, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
Like, we just have to. And maybe it's just like me being peak millennial. It's just like we just have to keep like living with these things that keep like,
yeah,
we just have to keep going day to day.
It's one of those things that, like, I guess it's more like organized religion is afraid of what the implication for their existence, basically. I mean, they're still fucking kicking. It'll be fine. They will, but I think the moves that they're making now will kind of ensure that they'll be fine. And I think the kind of embedding of, or the removing of the separation of church and state, particularly in places like the States and stuff like that, they're probably,
yeah.
If this is true, by the way, I'm not saying it is, but just if,
yeah. No.
If it's true, I could understand why things like that would be happening, where it's like, embed them more in society so that when it does happen, people will turn to them basically for faith, instead of being like, none of this is real.
Yeah, okay, maybe. So, but I want to get on to something funnier.
Please.
Because I think we got serious, and sometimes we do that, and that's okay. But I need to send you a picture of what the Galactic Federation of Light.com thinks that, well, what they put in. I want us to play a game. Can we guess what words they put into ChatGPT to get this image of Ashtar?
Okay.
I'm guessing if Legolas was fucked by Geralt and carried his baby, like impreg, and
I was literally thinking like Henry Cavill, Orlando Bloom mashup.
Yep. I like how you went with mashup and I went straight to like the Omega verse.
Yeah, look, that works too. And the like Leaves of Lothlorien style little fucking symbol that he has on him there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's almost it's almost a bit of like Atlantean almost. Like it looks a bit, yeah, I don't know.
It's what's the actor's name? Chris
Which one?
Chris Pine.
Oh, okay. I was like, that one's okay.
It's giving.
I thought you were gonna
it's
say.
giving a lot of Chris Pine.
Yeah, no, yeah. So it's got a very smooth aesthetic, very much of the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films. And it's a lot. But I also want to. So that's what they think. And again, problematic. It's very Aryan. I think we can safely say.
It's wild to me that we're an hour in and you've just dropped this on me now.
I know. I was waiting. Do you know about the swag you can buy?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link, and I want you to have a quick look and tell me what you think of the gear you can get.
I'm gonna get my Galactic Federation drip.
New
I
t-shirt
fucking
idea.
hate that some of these look good.
So they're really showing in the they're bringing, you know, the idea of like angel numbers.
Oh yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. So you're getting shirts that are in kind of millennial pink that say 369. Ooh, isn't that song? 369.
Yep.
Do. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. There's a sacred geometry activation symbol, and it's made of 100 hertz organic cotton.
Organic cotton. I love the girl that has the tank top that says Starseed and so much filler in her lips they're gonna blow up.
And also the girl with the t-shirt that says "My inner child can hear you."
Yes. Oh yeah. This is pop psychology meets theosophy meets New Age spiritualist meets capitalism.
It's wild. Also, by the way, like they've really gone out of their way to choose the most like aesthetically pleasing people they can find.
Oh yeah, they are the most 2020s like young adult people you've ever seen.
Yeah, they really are.
So there's maybe it's just her lip makeup. I just don't like that look. Anyway, okay. I'm not here to blow her up. She's like a gorgeous young woman, obviously. No, I'm looking at the hoodie that is red, and on the back it just says "This is your sign."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. I hate that some of these are actually kind of cool. It's like when I saw a reel of someone going through all of like Tucker Carlson's merch that he has at the moment, and so many people just being like, "Fuck, I hate that this is actually kind of funny."
Rob, have you gotten down to the Lightworker crew neck in Caladan?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I'm there.
It's got like it's Timu Alexander Skarsgård wearing a like sage shit colored sweatshirt that just says Lightworker, which that describes me at like, you know, in the afternoon of the final day before the weekend. That is definitely, I am definitely a light worker. Like,
yeah, this is wild.
Yeah, so those are the kind of it's very if this had come out in 2014, it would have had like the girls would have been wearing those galactic print leggings.
Oh fuck, they would have. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. So and then the one that is most problematic to me is the one that just says on the front White Hat Army.
I saw that. I was just gonna skip over that one.
There is another group that can be described that way that I don't think we should be associating with.
Nope, absolutely not.
Yeah. So that's my show. I have nothing else.
Thank you. This has been just a wild journey.
Yeah, once again, I went in thinking it's going to be like, all I've got is 15 minutes of material, and I yapped for an hour.
I did call it before we started recording. You were like, yeah, I don't know how much I have on this. And I actually said to you, I was like, every single time you say that, we record for an hour.
I mean, I do apologize for making you do part of the work in revealing how much detail you have about these things.
You just outed me. It's fine. We all knew it anyway.
But you didn't know about the sloth people.
No, I didn't.
I had that.
That's true. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Shout out this week to any aliens among us. Hey, how you doing?
If there's any aliens among us, please get in touch.
Oh my god. Like, that'd be great. That'd be so fun. Also, shout out to people who are, struggling with like the heat domes going on. Like, please take care of yourselves. Be safe. Look up ways to like properly cool your house if you're able to, or go to places with aircon. Take care of yourselves.
Yes, please do.
And other than that, I think after, I don't know, tell them where they can find us. Where's the Paranormal Playground?
We are on Instagram and Threads. You can get us at the Spook AF Pod there. You can get us in the YouTube and Spotify comments when these episodes go up. Or you can email us at the spookafpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you message us and you would if you would seriously purchase merch, we'll think about making it.
I'm down.
Yeah, you think I won't?
No, I'm definitely down.
Yeah, so I think in our second episode we talked about merch. It was just the dead kid garage company. Which is not great, but anyway, have a great and spooky and fun and galactic kind of day, and I guess we'll talk to you next time.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Bye.